So thinking about platforms in general, I don't ask you to get incredibly proficient with every single platform or game or new console or device. I don't know if that's the best way to use your time. Sure, I'd love for you to have some familiarity, but if you just concentrate on what it takes to raise a decent human being, I think you're well over, the way there. I feel that all of the lessons that you're teaching them and trying to inculcate in them will lead to better decision making both offline and online. Online harms. So we hear about them and we think about predators often, but the chances of predation, while it does happen, grooming, etc., are much rarer as it compares to various forms of harassment and victimization. So let me share with you a few data points that popped for me. First off, on the right side of your chart, you see that about one out of every two youth will tell you that they have been bullied online, either in the last month or in their lifetime. The left side of the chart is a reference point, and you can see that three out of four youth will say, yeah, over the course of my lifetime, I've been bullied at school. So that's still something that's very, very prevalent, and we don't want to neglect that as it relates to peer relationships. This is data based on youth across the United States, a nationally representative sample of middle schoolers and high schoolers. I think it's interesting that 16% said that someone else posted mean names or comments about them online with a sexual meaning. So are we talking about sexual harassment, sexual cruelty? What exactly is that? And I feel like that's something that we need to dive into a little bit more. 14% have been targeted because of their race or their color. 9% have been targeted because of their religion. So the point here is that kids are being attacked because of identity characteristics, aspects about them that they cannot change, which is so saddening for me to see. And in many jurisdictions, that's considered a hate crime. And so we have to remind our youth about the weight of their words. A couple other things, 23% of youth, so almost one out of four, said someone repeatedly contacted them via text or online, again, in an unwanted way. Someone stalked them online, it was about 14%, and about 10% said someone tracked or monitored them or their activities after they were told to stop. Kept going. So clearly, these are privacy violations. This tends to bring about feelings of fear, lack of safety, and of course, that would compromise your well-being, how you do in school, your attitude, and other sort of psychosomatic factors.